A woman has alleged she was drugged and sexually assaulted by Greater Manchester Police officers while being held in custody. Iman, who has waived her right to anonymity, was arrested when police entered her home after they were called to a welfare check after reports of a woman high on cocaine. High Sky News reported that she was arrested during the incident on February 5, 2021, after she knocked glasses off a female officer's face. She was taken and held in a GMP station over about 40 hours. She remembers things in flashbacks and used a subject access request to get CCTV of her, but 3 hours of footage were not handed over. The Manchester's mayor's office has said GMP has all the footage from the cell. According to reports, her allegations are supported by medical records which show evidence of sexual injuries. 3 gaps in the footage occur, first after Iman's arrest at 1:53 a.m., after she passed out in the police van at 1:59 a.m. What should be a 10-minute journey is unaccounted for, and she is not seen until 3:26 a.m., when she is carried into a cell unconscious. She has no recollection of the journey and no bodycam footage from the van has emerged. The next chunk of footage shows Iman being strip-searched, with a female officer helping. Police said her clothes were taken and replaced with clothing that wouldn't rip due to fears for her welfare. The next gap comes after she became agitated at 9:49 a.m. She is not spotted until 11 a.m., when she is now topless and still agitated, and is described by Sky as behaving in a sexual manner. Iman remains undressed for 26 hours, and remains detained despite her detention log saying she is not fit to be held. At one point she gestures to what appears to be blood by her feet. The third gap cuts out at 1 p.m. the following day, with Iman completely naked. She is not seen until an hour later, still undressed. She was given a tracksheet at 8:14 p.m. Iman went to hospital after, where a doctor noted she was admitted having had an acute psychotic episode, which had resolved itself, and that it was highly likely she had a date rape drug that led to a sexual assault. Sexual injuries were also recorded. Why would you withhold footage? The very footage that could either prove or disprove my allegations you will not part with, Iman said. I'm openly saying that at some point during my detention with Greater Manchester Police I was drugged and sexually assaulted. Prove me wrong, give me the footage. 2 other women have complained about being strip-searched. One said officers were heavy-handed because she complained about the force for failing to probe claims of sexual abuse against her sister, while another said she was searched after being arrested for swearing at police in a call. GMP said she was suspected of concealing a vape. Police must have reasonable grounds to believe someone is hiding an items like a weapon or important evidence to carry out a strip search. The force did not explain why the footage was missing. A spokesperson for GMP said, Greater Manchester Police is committed to delivering outstanding service to all those the force comes into contact with. If service is proven to have fallen below an acceptable level, the force apologizes and takes the necessary action. GMP is aware that these 3 individuals are unhappy with the service they received when they were arrested and detained. Their complaints have or are being investigated by the force. Though one investigation is ongoing, there is currently no evidence to suggest any GMP employees have misconducted themselves or committed a criminal offense. Under the definition within the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, 2 of these individuals were not strip-searched. Due to concerns for their welfare, their clothing was removed and replaced with anti-rip garments. This process is subject to different legislation and guidance. The Act's Code of Practice said anything involving more than the top layer of clothing being removed is a strip search. Policing Minister Chris Philp said he would talk to the watchdog, the Independent Office for Police Conduct, today. The Met continues to assist the Independent Office for Police Conduct, IOPC, with its investigation into an incident where a woman was restrained by officers in Southwark. On Thursday, the 20th of July, the IOPC informed 6 officers that they are under criminal investigation. The officers, who are police constables attached to the Central South Basic Command Unit, have also been served with gross misconduct notices. One of the officers was suspended following an initial review of the incident by the Met's Directorate of Professional Standards. A further 5 officers were placed on restricted duties, meaning they will have no contact with the public while the incident is investigated. The launch of a criminal investigation does not mean that criminal charges will necessarily follow. Detective Chief Superintendent Seba Jayado, local policing commander in Southwark, said, "There are limits to what I am able to say in relation to this incident given it is subject to an IOPC investigation. However, it is clear that this will have been a distressing experience for the lady involved and that the circumstances raise a number of questions that need to be answered. While I do not wish to prejudge this process, officers know that they must be able to justify any use of force or restraint, and we will expect that of the officers involved in this incident. They also know that we expect them to show compassion and to adjust their approach in real time according to the circumstances they are faced with." To an address in SE 15 following reports of a disturbance. Officers attended and identified a 90-year-old lady who was distressed. After officers attempted to engage with her, she was restrained using handcuffs and a spit had applied after it was alleged one officer was spat at. The woman was then taken to hospital. She was not arrested. During the course of the incident, an officer issued a red dot challenge with their taser but did not discharge it. The Met's Directorate of Professional Standards made a voluntary referral to the IOPC as soon as they were made aware of the incident. The woman's family are aware of the incident and are being updated on the progress of the investigation by the IOPC.